Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I want to talk about women leaving you, okay? You know, women who are not really trying to fuck with you anymore. This could be a girl that you've been seeing for a while, maybe dating for a few months, and she's like, falling off. She ain't trying to see you no more. This could be a girl who's your girlfriend, a girl who's your wife. A girl who even just, probably a fuck buddy that you fucked around with here and there. And now all of a sudden she's like, I'm not really feeling this anymore. I want to do other things and yada, yada, yada. Right. And so what I want to bring up here is this, is that, a lot of times guys will look at these type of situations as a bad thing, as something like, damn, like that's messed up. And I really like this girl, or how come this girl ain't calling me back and all this other stuff. But what you got to understand is that a chick leaving you is a good thing. And I'm going to tell you why it's a good thing. Because when a woman leaves you, it gives you time to sort of, reevaluate and reassess, you. You understand? To take a good look at yourself. Because what happens is that, when a chick leaves you, right, you might be, for example, really upset and frustrated and sad or whatever, right? So you have to take a look at yourself and say, okay, I'm feeling this way because this thing happened with this girl. Like she's not trying to fuck with me anymore. So you're actually, analyzing how you're feeling. And so basically when you analyze that, when you see how you feel, it sort of gives you an indicator at where you're at in the game, right? Meaning, so for example, if you're like extremely distraught and depressed because the girl left you, or I should even say, even if you think a girl is going to leave you, because sometimes a girl hasn't even necessarily left you yet, but you're thinking she might leave you because of, a number of different reasons. You understand what I'm saying? It could be like, this is just a girl that you're messing with, but she's not really a girl. So, she's messing with other dudes or whatever it is. You understand? But you feel upset, you feel depressed, you feel anxious and all this other stuff. So it's showing where you're at in relation to dealing with these women. Right. And so what happens is that her leaving or you having the idea that she's going to leave is giving you an indicator of where you're at in the game based off of your reaction to it. Right? And so what you want to develop, is you want to develop an attitude that you're basically good either way. If she's there, that's cool. If she's not, that's cool. You feel what I'm saying? You want to get to that point. You understand? But what happens is that if this girl leaves you, or you think she's going to leave you, and you start feeling all anxious and you start worrying and you start, getting upset or because of this thing that happened, it shows that you're extremely attached to this chick, right? And this is why you're reacting that way. Because what you got to understand is that, these chicks are going to leave you one way or the other. You understand? Either, they're going to break up with you, or she's going to pass away. You understand what I'm saying? Even if y'all were together for a long time, she's going to die, or you're going to die and it's going to be over. Right? But what you have to understand is that you have to look at it in this way in order for you not to suffer and not to have all of this anxiety and frustration, because all that anxiety and frustration and turmoil that you're going to feel is based off of you thinking that you need this girl and based off of you being attached to this woman. And so it's showing you, based off your reaction, where you're at in the game. Because where you want to be in the game is you want to be in a place where none of that really phases you. And part of not letting that phase you is to understand the reality and the truth of the game is that these are things that are going to occur. Right? Now, what's interesting is for all my guys out there who are real players, right? Real players actually like when women leave them. And the reason why is because it puts things back in perspective for a lot of players. Because, due to players who are really out there going at it and fucking with multiple women and doing all this other stuff, they understand how it goes. Because this is the thing. You got dudes who will supposedly think or say that they're going to go out there and pump and dump. And, to me, a real player doesn't really pump and dump. You understand what I'm saying? A real player builds a team. You understand? So, a player is building this team. And so what he's doing is he has a stable of chicks that he's messing with. He knows that at any time, a chick could leave and he's just going to replace her. But what's interesting also is, and I've had this happen to me too, is that sometimes what happens is this, when you're on that player shit, you might be dealing with so many different women and all of these women want your attention. And then what happens is you realize, damn, I'm dealing with so many that I don't have enough time to deal with them all. So what happens is that when a woman leaves that player, it's partly almost like a relief, because he's like, oh, this is not a bad thing, because I had so and so and so and so who wanted to see me, but I don't have enough time. But now that this chick is on her way out, right? I don't got to worry about her. You understand? And now if I want to, I can replace her, or I could just keep what I'm doing right now because I already have a good amount anyway. Like I remember I had that happen to me before. I remember I was dealing with all these chicks and, had a bunch of chicks on the team. And the thing is, in order to maintain that, right, you gotta keep shit going in some sort of way with the chicks here and there. So then I had a chick that I was messing with hit me up, and she was like actually I hit her up and I was like, yo, what's good? And I haven't spoke to her in a while. And then she was like, oh, I'm good. She's like, right now, I'm just kind of trying to do me right now and yada, yada, yada. And I said, okay, cool. Do your thing. Right. So me and her stopped messing around. But what was good about it was I was like, this is cool because now I'm, getting the opportunity to be able to, assess how I'm feeling in this moment with her saying she's not trying to fuck with me anymore. But at the same time, I'm having that relief because I'm like, cool, this is good because, I have more time freed up to do whatever else I was going to do besides having to involve myself with this chick. Because as much as you like to deal with chicks as a player, you feel what I'm saying? It takes up a lot of time and energy. So a chick leaving frees up more time and energy for you either to, replace it with a new girl or to do something else. So basically what I'm trying to say with this whole thing is this, and this goes even far beyond just dealing with women and getting with chicks or whatever. But the main thing is this, is that, when things occur like this, you may be looking at it in a negative way or something that's, a bad thing. But what you can do is that while these things are happening to you, with like a chick leaving you or whatever it is, take that as a time to reevaluate yourself. See how you feel. Check in with how you're feeling in the situation dealing with these women. And you can, take this across the board in your life. Like let's say, you're not making as much money as you used to. So you have a loss of income or something like that. How do you feel about that? How are you responding to this? You understand? What positive aspects are going to come out of that situation? You understand? Whatever it is, you look at it and you say, how am I feeling in this moment when this shit is happening? And also, what are the benefits and the positive aspects about this moment that's going to, be beneficial to me in the long run? You understand? Because this is the thing. When we talk about you interacting with these women, you got to understand that there's going to be a lot of things that happen that may not necessarily be things that you're expecting, or things are going to happen that's not things that you want to, go in that direction. You're like, well, I wanted this to happen, but then that happened. And so how are you going to react and respond to those things that you don't really like, or those things that you didn't expect to go down, or those things that you would prefer it to be a different situation? How are you going to respond? How are you going to react? How are you feeling at that time? And so, when it comes to this topic of a woman leaving you and a woman not really trying to fuck with you, especially if you really like that girl, take that as time to really pay attention to how you're feeling. Because it's not about saying, well, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't going to, care about that bitch, blah, blah, blah. No, listen, if you feeling a certain type of way, feel that certain type of way, right? Feel it and understand that, damn, shit, I was extremely attached to this girl. You understand? Like I'm really upset and pissed off, and I'm, feeling depressed because of this situation. But see, what I want you guys to understand is that I want you to have a different perspective so that you can basically improve on how you respond and react to these things, so that you don't upset and frustrate yourself when these things occur. You see what I'm saying? Because it's really your attachment to these things that's getting you to the point where you are upsetting yourself in these situations, where you're responding and reacting, in that way in these situations. Because see, for that player, he can look at it and say, look, this chick, she ain't trying to fuck with me no more. That's cool, because I actually didn't have enough time to really be fucking with her like that. So I'm going to go on and do some other things. Or I'm going to go upgrade to this hotter chick that, I'm going to put her in a different position, or put her in that position to replace this chick if I actually want to keep that size of rotation with these girls. Or what's even better than that is that when you're in a position where, let's say you're a guy, let's say you're a guy, you are a guy. Let's say you are in a position where you're actually only fucking with, let's say, one girl at this time. And then because you lose her, right? Or you're not with her, now you have no women. Right? And see, for a lot of guys, that's a scary thing, because they're like so attached to this girl. And if they lose her, it's like, oh shit, I have no other chicks to fall back on. See, with the thing with the player's like, well, it's all good. I got these other chicks. But if you don't have the other chicks, and now, you losing this chick, it's like, damn, I ain't got nobody, right? In this situation, the best thing that could ever happen is for you to actually be in that situation where you have no women and you're still content and you're still cool. You're still chill. You're still, all good. You understand? That's when you're really, really, really on top of your game. When you can lose a chick, not have any backup chicks, and still be good. Because that's when you really, 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 really understand, what it's all about. You understand? But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to have y'all think about that for a while. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.